Through every challenge, every brand can rise. When purpose leads and opens up our eyes. Innovation lights the road ahead, turning every thought to hope instead.
Marketing without strategy is noise. Have you ever seen a business that's everywhere? They're posting every day, they're running Facebook ads, they're on TikTok, they're joining trade fairs, they're giving discounts every weekend, they're partnering with influencers, yet somehow sales remain flat. Customers still don't remember them. And every month they wonder, why isn't our marketing working? Here's what I've learned after working with businesses across different industries. Most businesses don't have a marketing problem, they have a strategy problem, and that's a very expensive mistake. Imagine walking into a room where 100 people are talking at the same time. Everyone is speaking, everyone wants attention, everyone believes they have something important to say. What happens? You hear noise, no one really stands out, no one is truly heard. That's exactly what happens in today's marketplace. Businesses keep talking, customers keep scrolling, marketing becomes louder, attention becomes shorter, and without realizing it, businesses mistake activity for effectiveness because marketing without strategy isn't communication, it's noise. One of the biggest myths in business today is this: if we market more, we'll sell more. Not necessarily. You can spend hundreds of thousands on advertising and still fail because advertising amplifies whatever already exists. If your message is unclear, more advertising only spreads confusion faster. If your brand is forgettable, more exposure simply gives more people the opportunity to forget you. Marketing cannot fix a weak strategy. It only magnifies it. Let's imagine two coffee shops, both serve good coffee, both have beautiful interiors, both are active on social media. Coffee shop A posts every day: Monday motivation, Tuesday discounts, Wednesday latte art, Thursday customer selfies, Friday acoustic nights. Everything looks busy. Coffee shop B posts less often, but every piece of content tells the same story. We're the meeting place for entrepreneurs and creators. Their events support that. Their playlists reflect that. Their furniture encourages longer conversations. Even their staff know their customers by name. Which business creates stronger loyalty? Usually the second one. Why? Because customers don't just buy coffee. They buy identity, they buy belonging, they buy experiences. That's strategy. Many businesses confuse marketing tactics with marketing strategy. Here's the difference. A tactic answers, what should we post today? Strategy asks, what do we want customers to remember about us 5 years from now? A tactic says, let's try TikTok. Strategy asks, does TikTok help us reach the people we're trying to serve? A tactic says, let's lower our prices. Strategy asks, will this strengthen or weaken our brand in the long run? The tactic changes every week. Strategy stays consistent. I've met business owners who proudly tell me, we've tried everything: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google ads, billboards, flyers, radio, influencers, email marketing, SMS marketing. But when I ask one simple question, what makes your business different? Silence. Because they've been doing marketing without knowing what they're marketing. That's like driving a fast car without knowing your destination. You'll burn fuel, you'll move, but you won't necessarily arrive anywhere meaningful. One lesson every entrepreneur should understand is this: customers don't buy the business that talks the most, they buy the business that makes the most sense. Think about brands you personally trust. Why do you keep choosing them? Usually it's not because they advertise the most. It's because they're clear, consistent, reliable, predictable. Their message matches their experience. That's what creates trust. And trust is one of the strongest forms of marketing. Another common mistake is trying to speak to everyone. Business owners often tell me our target market is everyone. But if you're speaking to everyone, you're connecting with almost no one. Imagine receiving a birthday card that says, to whoever this may concern. Would it feel personal? Of course not. Great marketing feels personal. It feels like someone understands your situation, your problems, your goals, your frustrations. People don't respond because your message is clever. They respond because your message feels relevant. This is why strategy begins with questions. Who are we really serving? What problem are we solving? Why should customers trust us? What experience do we want people to remember? How do we want to be known? Notice something? None of those questions start with what should we post? Because content comes after clarity. Marketing comes after positioning. One of my favorite reminders is this: a lighthouse doesn't chase ships, it simply shines consistently. The right ships find it. That's what a strong brand does. It doesn't try to convince everyone, it becomes so clear that the right customers naturally recognize it. That's far more sustainable than constantly chasing attention. Today's marketplace is crowded. Artificial intelligence can create content. Anyone can run ads. Anyone can copy your promotions. Anyone can imitate your products. But very few can copy a well defined strategy. They can't copy your reputation. They can't copy your customer experience. They can't copy the trust you've built over time. That's where real competitive advantage comes from. Not louder marketing, better strategy. If you're a business owner watching today, I want to leave you with a challenge. Before creating your next social media post, before boosting another advertisement, before launching another promotion, pause. Ask yourself these questions. What do I want people to remember about my business? Does today's marketing support the vision, or am I simply creating more noise? Because every post, every campaign, every customer interaction is either strengthening your brand or slowly confusing it. There is rarely a neutral moment in business. Everything communicates at the end of the day. Marketing is not about getting attention. It's about earning trust. It's not about being seen. It's about being remembered. It's not about reaching more people. It's about reaching the right people with the right message at the right time. When strategy comes first, marketing becomes intentional. Customers begin to understand your value. Your team becomes aligned. Your decisions become clearer. Your brand becomes stronger. And that's when marketing stops being noise and starts becoming a business growth system, because great businesses don't win by shouting the loudest. They win because every message, every experience, and every decision tells the same story. That's the power of strategy.